Mr. Vitello. I want to clarify. Are you aware of anybody who's been killed along this border region that we're talking about here?
Which?
I mean, I talked about specifically about the problems that we're having in Arizona, and Mr. Tierney's questions about people are dying. Are they not dying?
There have been deaths along the border, and there have been that directly impact the Border Patrol. Yes.
Gentleman yield.
Yes, please.
Just so we understand, my question was there people dying in direct correlation to the lack of enforcement of an environmental or one of these other laws that we're discussing today, not whether people are dying. So let's be genuine about this.
Correct. In the context of that question, this specific issue has not caused deaths that I'm aware of.
Thank you very much.
So you're not aware of anybody dying that's coming north, trying to go through the areas, going through the Oregon Pipe National Forest. You're not aware of anybody who's died doing that?
Look, there are deaths along the immediate border for people who dehydrate or get separated from their smugglers.
And coming north, correct? I mean,
That's right.
I don't know how you define immediate border, but the legal definition is 100 miles. So you're telling me that you're not aware of anybody
that has died as a result of our lack of ability to move in mechanized vehicles on protected lands? No, I'm not aware of that.
We will go through this in greater detail because anyway, let's go to Mr. Jensen here. And your written testimony states that the Forest Service has dedicated 13 officers to the border zone of the Coronado Forest. 10 of them are accompanied by canine units. What is the Forest Service total commitment to the border zone across the southwest border? Are those officers armed, and what capacity do they have to stop illegal activity and defend themselves against criminals with high-powered weapons?
I will stand to be corrected, but I understand there's on the range of perhaps 50 agents in the southwestern region of the Forest Service.
Are they armed?
To my understanding, yes, they are.
And are they able to apprehend somebody?
Yes, they are.
How often does that happen?
I'd have to get back to you on the specifics of how often that happens, but they are in constant contact and undertake joint operations with the Border Patrol and apprehension activities, so I would imagine that it would be a fairly routine duty.
Your written testimony states that the Forest Service and the Border Patrol, quote, rely on each other's strengths to work towards a common goals and mutual interest for the public and the national forests, end quote, basically to protect the endangered and sensitive species. According to the Coronado National Forest website, this includes the Mexican gray wolf, cactus, the pygmy owl, the desert pupfish, and the Pima pineapple cactus. Are we to believe that the Forest Service and the Border Patrol are balancing our national security with a Pima pineapple cactus and the desert pupfish?
It is not that sort of trade-off, sir. We look at the existing laws on the books that require us to protect those threatened and endangered species.
But as Mr. Bishop pointed out, why is it deferred to, in the balance of the MOU, why is it that you're given deference that they can't do what they think is best to secure the United States of America and secure their officers? They have to come get permission. That's the problem. That's why we're here today.
As Ms. Thorson has testified, and it is our experience in the Forest Service, that the Border Patrol has all full authority to pursue suspects in all cases and circumstances around the border.
In all circumstances? That's your understanding of the MOU? In all circumstances?
We have not run into any trouble on the Forest Service lands in this regard.
They have full and unfettered access to use motorized vehicles.
In the exigent and emergency circumstances.
No. Okay, so that's different than full and unfettered access, which you just said.
Allow me to clarify then. In the case that is outlined within the MOU, the Border Patrol has the ability to pursue suspects, be they on foot, be they on horseback, or be they on vehicle when the terrain and the circumstances dictate. And it is their decision and control when they do that.
I have Mr. Chairman, and to the ranking member, everybody here, I have a serious problem where we are prioritizing desert pupfish above national security. I just personally believe that we really ought to be protecting the United States of America and protecting those officers who are putting their lives on the line every single day. When we have delays the way we have, I just find it unconscionable. Say to my friend from Massachusetts, A, exigent circumstances has not been clearly defined. It's not been clearly delineated. Number two, routinely, the Border Patrol is not able to do what it's able to do in other areas in terms of locating towers, operating with vehicles. You know, I wasn't going to do this, but I think I'm going to do this. If you have a sensitive heart, I'm telling you, this is the most graphic thing I've ever seen. If you're a young child, don't watch this. I'm going to show you 4 slides that are happening right near our border. This is on the Mexican side of the border. And this is what I'm concerned about, what we're putting our men and women down there and saying, go protect us. But we're not going to give you all the resources because we're worried about the pupfish. So, you know, you go on horseback, you go just walk it. Go ahead, and let's show the first slide. And just roll through these. We're going to do this swiftly. Don't look if you're sensitive to any sort of graphic image.
Mr. Chairman,
okay?
point of clarification.
This is the kind of thing that we're sending our agents to deal with
Mr.
on a
Chairman.
daily basis. They are dealing with this threat coming through the United States of America. They're having to deal with this by the hundred. You can turn them off. Please turn them off. They're having to deal with this by the hundreds of thousands. I, in good conscience, cannot be a participant in the United States Congress and not give every tool and resource to the Border Patrol to secure that border. I don't give a crap about the pupfish. I do care about America, and I do care about those Border Patrol agents. And when you tell them they have to go on horseback when they'd much rather be in a vehicle, that's fundamentally wrong. I yield.